everybody, this is Chris at Zenwork Reptiles. Thank you for joining me on this Thursday video. I appreciate you guys coming in and checking out my videos. I'm actually doing really well on YouTube right now. You guys are really helping me crush it. I've went from about 100 subscribers. I just hit 250 super fast, I think anyways. And I am still on target for the 6 months of getting to 1,000 subscribers. Anyways, guys, I do thank you for it. You guys are amazing. It's all because of you guys. I know I say this every time, but it is true. I really do mean that. It's all because of you that I am actually doing amazing on YouTube. And I'm just so thankful for the community that's getting behind me and helping me out and spreading the love of reptiles. Anyways, that being said, if you guys are new here, please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell. What that notification bell does for you keeps you in the loop of my videos coming out. Also, if you wouldn't mind crushing that like button, what that like button does for me, kind of gauges my videos, helps me know which way to kind of go with my videos. When I get a lot of likes, I kind of do more of that kind of thing. My goal is to make you guys happy and give you information that you guys want. Also, I'm filming in my reptile room today. I'm not sure to do the whole video in here, but I had a good response. People like my reptile room. I think it's super loud in here. I guess the mic right here, that filter really keeps that sound down because it's crazy sound loud in here. I do have a lot of ASF rats that have the water bottles, and that's all I can hear when I'm in here. But obviously, I listened to the video and it didn't show up that bad, so that's a good thing. And I'm planning on doing more videos down here, or at least doing a little bit more stuff down here and showing you more of my reptile room. I always preach about how amazing ASF rats are and how easy they are, and I always sing their praises, but there is something you have to watch out for. And you can see this right here. I came home today and they munched through this bin. Usually I put them in my vision tubs, but I just set a new colony and I set them in here. In 3 days, they munched through this. I didn't lose them, I actually found them, but these guys are chewaholics. They will chew through anything. I found if you get like a vision tub or something that's really thick, something that's thick that's meant to be like a snake tub, like I never had them chew through a reptile basic tub, never chewed through a vision tub. But anything plastic that you get, a lot of times you get at certain stores, I've had issues of them chewing it up. This is like my third bin like this. I usually only keep them in these bins for a few days, and it usually takes a while for them to chew it up. I didn't expect them to do it this fast, but these guys love to chew. If you just keep that in mind if you're planning on doing African soft fur rats. They love to chew, and unlike your fancy rats, they will leave their babies behind and let them die. I've had that happen once before. I did move some over to the other mother, and she accepted some of them, but not all of them. So they will hightail it out there and leave the other ones to die. Anyways, I kind of addressed this on my last video I just did. I'll have it right here so you can check it out. But I'm kind of going to emphasize on some morphs that I've had really good success with when I first started out breeding. I was really, certain morphs do really well and they sell really good at shows here in town. I've also had people ask me if I want to start selling snakes on Morph Market. I plan on doing that this year or next year for sure. These girls right here, I got a bunch of them ready. Not this year, but next year. I know a bunch of them are going to be ready, and I'm going to have a lot more snakes and a lot more hatchlings this year. Either have to go buy me another ARS hatchling rack or get some more Reptile Basic hatchling racks. I'm not sure. But next year, I plan to go all out. I was hoping that a lot more females would take this year. But I mean, I have so many that are like at that cutoff where they're about 1,500 grams, 1,600 grams, and not all of them went. All my tried and true big females, never have a problem with them, but a lot of those are my normals, my single gene girls. All my really big projects, I think, are not ready to go, and I mean, they didn't go this year. So, unfortunately, a lot of these guys, I have them spoken for here in town. I have a lot of people that are interested in them, so I'm not sure what I'll have left. But next year, I promise I will have a buttload, shouldn't say buttload on YouTube, but I'll have a lot of hatchlings to sell on Morph Market. But that being said, so if you're planning on just starting out and you're wanting to know what sells really good at local reptile shows here in town, you want something that's really visual pleasing to the eye. Because your average Joe, say I am just some guy that goes to a pet show or to a pet store, and I see a snake. To me, if I don't know anything about snakes, a normal ball python will look really cool to me because I won't know much about it, or even a pastel. Now, if you add like something like a banana, I know bananas, you go on Morph Market, there's so many bananas, but there's a reason for that. Bananas are just really hot right now, and I mean, honestly, I think there's a lot of potential with banana. There's so much more to be done with it because it's such an amazing color. And I mean, ultra males to me are even better, but they're a lot harder to produce. Bananas are pretty easy to produce. I mean, you can get you a super banana, or you can get you a really cool banana male and breed it with a normal, and you're gonna get pretty good odds, especially if you get those other genes crushed in there with it. Maybe get some leopard or anything you can add to it. A leopard banana looks amazing, by the way. But bananas are really good if you want to. And what this is all about is you want to build, sell some snakes to get some money to, buy racks, buy more snakes, buy the snakes that you want. I don't know about you, but I know I can't go drop $20,000 on a snake right now. Maybe in 3 years, that's no big deal for me. I mean, when I first started, I couldn't even drop $500 on a snake. Now I can easily drop $2,000 to $3,000 on a snake, and I do it quite a bit. Sorry about the noise. My rats are going crazy. But it's easy for me to drop that much money on a snake. And some of you guys might think that's a lot of money, $3,000 to $4,000 to $5,000 on a snake. But, I know Justin and all them dump $20,000, $40,000 on snakes. And that's because they know that the turnaround is going to be. But when you're first starting out, you're just trying to make some money and you want to sell some snakes. I'm telling you, like Bongo, I've had really good luck with Bongo. It has, you can add a couple colors to it and it really pops. And it's not really expensive gene, and it sells really good at shows or people looking at them. Bananas, I mean, even a single banana, a banana male, because people that are into pets are not really looking for females or males. Males are pretty cheap to pick up. So I'm just saying the visual, you have to simulate the visual of the average consumer that's just looking for a pet. And that's why I said bananas are the cream of the creme, because they're cheap and you can sell them for $200 to $300 pretty easy if you got like another morph in them or anything like that. And they're easy to breed, and most of your average guys are gonna go look at it and gonna say, well, it's an amazing snake, and it's gonna look good on a display, in their little terrarium. It's gonna look good in their racks, and that's what a lot of people want. And then also another one is pied. Anything with pied in it is just banging. And I know we all know that pied is such a cool thing, but it's a little bit harder to, it's a recessive. But I mean, anything pied, like even a basic pied, sells really good around here. And it might be different. What I'm saying here might be different here in Washington than where you live. But see, I live in Florida. I don't live in California, where there's a lot more reptile shows. Where I live, there's less people that breed snakes here. The shows are few and far between. I have to go one in Spokane, Washington. That's only a one-day thing, and then I have two in Seattle I go to, and also there's two in Oregon. One's in pretty much close to Portland, and the other one's in Albany. It's in a town in the outskirts of Portland. And there's a few and far between, but that's the ones I go to here. Like I said in other videos, I'm planning on going outside that little box. I'm 99% sure that I'm going to the one in Las Vegas. Also Tinley, I've already booked my room, and knock on wood, I'm planning on going there. I just can't say I'm going there 100% because of I just don't like to say that and then back out. But what you gotta do is you gotta find a morph that you like, that you're proud of, that you like to look at, and think about someone else who doesn't know as much about snakes as you do. I mean, you know, me and probably you, we can sit here and talk about if it's a dominant gene, a co-dominant gene, a recessive gene. They have no idea what that is. They just know it's a pretty snake and it would look good in a terrarium on their shelf. And they can have friends come over and they can feed it and they can look how cool that is. That's what, at this point in time, that's what I'm trying to do, is sell those kind of snakes and work myself up to sell, you know, high dollar snakes. I think it's kind of everybody's goal. I mean, Jess and Kaboka started out this way. Everybody started this way, like selling pet snakes and moving up to, you know, killer snakes. But just think of it that way. Find a morph that really works for you, that really calls out to you, that you really want to work with. I mean, I have a friend that works with blackheads. I love the blackhead. I think it's amazing, and there's a lot of potential there. And I actually want to get into blackheads. I don't have any blackheads right now, but I really want one, and I want to start bringing it in there. But I'm really more into color, because it seems to be what does well for me, and I really like bright colors. You can't tell by my clothes I wear black. It's just because where I work, it's easier to wear black. My last 2 jobs, actually, it's easier to wear black. But just kind of like what I want. But I do like some of the dark morphs, and I will be going that way and getting into them. But right now, I'm working on more colorful morphs. But another one is leopard. It's a great dominant gene. It sells really good, especially if you add something with it. What I'm saying is that you need to find something that's visually pleasing, and think about it as you are just a retail buyer and you want a pretty display animal. And that's what you got to think about. Like I can see the potential of like pinstripes and other ones like that. But if you're kind of use a couple genes, you got to think about which genes really connect. Like a Mojave GHI, those really connect together, and they sell really easy to someone who wants a pet. So you guys got to think in their eyes what they're looking for, and give them that, and give them the opportunity to buy that snake. And if you can keep it around $300, $500, it's real easy to sell them, because most people, at least here in Washington, have no problem dropping $400 or $500 for a snake as a pet. I'm not sure where you guys live. I'm not sure where you live. It might be a little bit different. But here, I have no problem selling a snake that's $400. Pretty much anywhere from $50 to $1,000 seems to be the most common price range. Now, I've sold a couple that are higher than that, but they were a little bit more higher roller, and they just wanted something that really popped in their display case. So I'm just trying to be honest and upfront with you guys. If you guys are trying to bring money back into your business, just be the customer and think what you would think would look amazing in a display case. And I understand that ball pythons are not the best display, and please don't get on that. I know that they need humidity, and I always tell customers, because they want to display them anyways, tell them to get a glass terrarium that has the front open doors. I think it works a lot better, keeps the humidity in. I always tell them that, but I know a lot of people that keep them in tanks and they do really well. Me personally, I wouldn't do it because I think they do better in my rack right here, or in a terrarium, a front opening terrarium. But not everybody's going to do that, and it's not your job to police them. Just give them the information and hope they do right by your snake. When I've bred dogs in the past, and you got to let the dog go and hope they know what's right for that dog. Same with the snake. You just tell them what they need to be done and hope they do right by that snake, and that's the best you can do. But just saying, guys, trying to help you guys out, start up, find some kind of income to at least offset all the money going out. Because I mean, this year alone, I'm planning on buying a Freedom Breeder rack for my rats, for my ASF rats, and that's going to cost me probably about $2,800. I also need to get me another ARS hatchling rack, which I'm planning on getting. That's another about $2,400. And also I would like to get one of the new ARS. They're called the 55 tub. The hybrid is a little bit longer. It's kind of like the Freedom Breeder, I think it's the 40 tub. I'm not 100% sure on that. They just came out and they just started releasing them. I plan on getting one of those, and so I can move my bigger females up to them. Some of my bigger females they fit in here fine, but I got some that are getting big, and I'm either have to go get me a 70 tub or try one of these. And I know a lot of people that do have really success with the longer tubs. It's just a little bit skinnier, but they're way long like the 70. So I'm just saying, I'm dumping all this money into these racks, and you have to have some kind of way of at least offsetting it and bringing that money back in. And the cool thing about these racks is they'll last a long time, and they'll probably last my lifetime, maybe even some of my kids' lifetime if they want to do this. But you just got to get there, and you got to find a way to get to where you need to be, and you got to find some way to make money. And the easiest way I know how is selling snakes and doing pet quality. And I'm not saying I'm trying to overflood the market or nothing like that. People say that all the time. But I'm trying to make snakes that are easy morphs, that sell really good, that people find visually pleasing. If you follow that formula, you will probably be very successful. At least I've been very successful with it. Now, I don't drive a Beamer. Well, I drive a new truck. It's a Dodge. I mean, I do pretty well. I make some money from this, and I know if once I get all the equipment, that I'm going to make a lot more money, especially next year. But it took me a long time to get here, and it took me a while to get all the things I need. And I know you guys can do it too, and you just gotta think about it as a consumer, what you want to buy, and make them happy. And come across, like when I go to the shows and I sell things, I come across very excited about my product, and I really am. I'm not making it up. You got to be excited about what you're selling, and you got to love what you're selling. So whatever morph you're working with, you have to love that morph, because you have to sell that morph. And if you're not excited about that morph, it's gonna be hard to sell. If it's something that you don't really like, it's gonna be harder to sell than something that you really love, because people can sense what you really love. So guys, I hope this helps. I don't really want to just beat this down like a hammer, but I have a lot of people ask me questions all the time, and this is one of the things they ask me the most, is how to get started, how to recoup that money, how to just build this business. And they, even if they want to do a hobby, how to make it not cost so much. And this hobby will drain you if you don't start bringing some money into it. That's just a fact. I mean, it's not cheap, but there is no hobby really that's cheap. Like I said last video, that I have a lot of guys here in Washington that like to drive side by sides and go up in the mountains and drive around, and those things are about $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 plus the upkeep. I have people that fish here. They have these boats. They spend $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 on these boats, and I have friends that hunt, and they spend tons of money on bows and guns. So no hobby's cheap to get into, but if you play your cards right and you do it right, this hobby can actually make you money, or at least offset what you're putting into it. Anyways guys, I do love you. I really appreciate all your guys' support. I'm gonna keep pumping these videos out as long as you guys keep watching them. Anyways, please check out some of my other videos that I've made. Also, crush that subscribe button. I'm going to get to that 1,000 subscribers, and you guys are helping me do it. Thank you so much, guys. I will see you next time. Love you.